beautiful people, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to episode 3 of my top 5 series. If you're new here, hi, my name is Zoe, welcome to my channel. Hit the subscribe button, and if you want to join my hashtag onion ring crew, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. So today's top 5 video is my top 5 kids ride, because with me being quite a small petite person, I do love my kids rides because I can fit into most of them quite easily, and even though I'm 20 years old, I am still a big kid at heart, and I am honestly more like a 2-year-old. So I do love my kids rides, so I thought I would do my top 5 kids rides. If you don't know what my top 5 series is, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but every single Friday I'm uploading a video with some sort of top 5 list. I've done top 5 flat rides, top 5 worst rides, and now I'm doing kids rides today. Okay, so the first ride on my list is DORA'S Voyage at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I love DORA'S Voyage so much. I go on about it all the time, and it just holds the most special place in my heart, honestly. I love this ride so much. I love the song in DORA'S Voyage. Like, the song is so catchy, and it's also educational as well, so there's a bonus for, you know, like the little kids and everything. And I think it's just so like cheery and happy, and like every time I even just think of DORA'S Voyage, my whole brain is full of like vibrant colours and like happiness and positivity, and it just gives off like really good vibes, and it just makes me feel like all warm and like fuzzy inside. Like, I don't know, it's just incredible. DORA'S Voyage is overall just an enjoyable ride. I feel like that is the only way I can describe it. It's just fun and enjoyable. I have so many memories on that ride with so many people. Every single time I bring someone to Pleasure Beach, I'm like, we have to go on DORA'S Voyage. Like, you have to experience the best kids ride you will ever experience in your entire life. I also don't understand people who think In the Night Garden is better than DORA'S Voyage. Like, absolutely not. DORA'S Voyage really does like raise the bar, and I feel like for a lazy river, it's really like gone above the expectations, and oh, it's just so great. I love it so much. I also love how the water is always really clean. Like, I've never been on DORA'S Voyage and had dirty water. Like, the water is always blue, it's always clear. And I love the fact that you can see Nickelodeon Streak as well. You can kind of see a bit of Blue Flyer. Like, you get really good views of like those two coasters, and it's a really good layout, and it goes on for quite a while as well. I also think that it feels like an experience, and I feel like I don't really get that with a lot of the rides at Pleasure Beach, because, you know, it's more of like an amusement park. Well, it isn't an amusement park, so, you know, like theming and stuff, like, it's not really there. But for me, that isn't a massive deal anyways. But with DORA'S Voyage, I just feel like it's got everything to it. It's got the theming, it's got the audio. The audio also lasts throughout the whole ride as well, whereas with In the Night Garden, you get audio sort of like on and off, and I kind of just don't like that. I like how the audio on DORA'S Voyage is very like consistent, and it is like that for the whole ride. I just feel like I can't go to Pleasure Beach and not ride DORA'S Voyage. Like, honestly, it's criminal behaviour. So yes, I do love DORA'S Voyage. It's just a really fun, enjoyable, cute ride, and the song is just incredible. And whoever designed DORA'S Voyage, like, you're an absolute genius, and I have so much love and so much appreciation for you. The second ride on my list is OCTANAUTS at ALTON Towers. I have loved this ride ever since the first time I went on it. I went on it for the first time in 2017, I believe. It was the first ride that me and Kaya ever did kind of properly together, and it was our first ride that we did at Alton Towers as well, because that was also our first Alton Towers trip. I just think OCTANAUTS is so underrated, and it really doesn't get the appreciation that it deserves. The theming is so cute, and personally I didn't watch OCTANAUTS as a kid because I feel like it's quite a recent thing, but I have watched a few clips here and there of OCTANAUTS, and honestly it is such a good program. I really wish that I had it like when I was a little kid. I love the audio, I love the music, I love the fact that you can sometimes get bubbles coming out at you as well. I don't really understand the bubble machine because sometimes you get bubbles and sometimes you don't. I think every time you ride Octonauts, like, it's only fair that everyone gets bubbles, so you know, but whenever you do get bubbles, it is so cute and it's so nice. And like, whenever you go past the first drop and you go past the whale thing, like, you just get all of these bubbles coming at you. And I also love the fact that it has the little whale in the middle and then it squirts out water. Like, it's just such a cool like invention, and like, they didn't have to do that. It's just like a nice added bonus, and it's so great. I miss Octonauts so much. I also love the staff on Octonauts as well. Like, they are always so friendly, and they are so talkative, and they're just really happy to help. And even like, they may not be having a good day and they may not like the job that they're in, but they always come across as like they do, and they always have a smile on their faces. And I think it just really adds to the ride experience when the staff seem happy and when they're like radiating their energy off onto you. Like, it just really adds to the ride experience, and it adds to whether you enjoy a ride or not. I also love the fact that it is a 2-lap special as well. I just feel like it wouldn't be the same if you only got 1 lap, so I think 2 laps is like really nice of them to do that, and you get more for like your experience with 2 laps as well. I love the train as well. I love the fact that it has the little like captain in the front, and then it's all like different colours. I love the colour scheme. I think the blue works in really well, and it's in a really good like area as well. And yeah, just the whole like structure, the how it looks, oh, it's incredible. It's also really smooth as well. But as one of the smoothest coasters you'll ever ride in your entire life. It's not the fastest of coasters and it's not the tallest of coasters. However, it is a kids ride, so like, you do have to let it off with that sort of thing. And you know, it's just a nice ride, and it's really cute. And it just holds a really special place in mine and Kaya's heart. Like, Kaya is my best friend. I love her so much. And you know, every single time we go to Alton Towers, we're like, right, we need to do Octonauts. And it's criminal behaviour not doing Octonauts if we ever go to Alton Towers together. The next ride on my list is Troublesome Trucks at Drayton Manor. And I know a lot of people love this ride, and I can really understand why. For saying that this is meant to be a kids coaster, it's actually quite a thrilling coaster. Like, you get so much speed on this coaster, like, it's actually crazy. I love how on this coaster, like, you do have quite a lot, well, personally for me, this is going to be different for everyone, but personally for me, I have quite a lot of leg room. Same with Octonauts as well, like, it's quite spacious, so it's not like uncomfortable. I think Troublesome Trucks has a good layout. Like, it goes up quite tall, and then the first drop it goes like really fast, and there's a few helixes in there. And I think for a first coaster for a little kid, like, it's pretty decent. And even as like riding it as a 20-year-old, like, it's such a good coaster. Again, it is a 2-lap special, so that makes it even more fun and enjoyable. I also love how this coaster looks overall as well. Like, the colour scheme is really good. The actual train is of the trucks in Thomas the Tank Engine, which I think is just so cool. It's really smooth, it's really fast, and again, it's just like an overall enjoyable ride. I haven't ridden this too many times, so like, I'm finding it quite hard to describe it, but the times that I have been on it, I've honestly come off and I've wanted to go on it again. Like, it's such a good kids ride, and they really need to make like a bigger version of that ride for adults, because I think it would be so sick. The next ride on my list is Get Set Go Treetop Adventure at Alton Towers. I went on this ride for the first time last September, I want to say, and it was so much better than I first expected. I think the first time I went on this was when I went with my gully gang from work, and they were like, oh, let's go on this, like, we've never done it before, let's see what it's like. I was like, really? Like, do we really have to waste our time on this? But I am so glad that they dragged me on it, because oh my god, I was so blown away. Like, it is such a good ride. It's really fun and interactive, and again, it's that thing of like having audio. I think if you have audio on a ride, it just feels more special and you feel more connected with the ride, because it's like you can sort of connect with the audio and you kind of know like actually what the storyline is and like what's going on and everything. And I love rides that have like a storyline behind them. I think it just makes it more kind of special, and I don't know, I just think I love the fact that the ride has audio. And it's like really interactive as well, because it asks you questions, because obviously like it is a kids ride, so it's going to be asking things like, oh, can you see this, and what is this guy painting and everything. But as an adult, like, you can find it really fun, and I think if like a little kid went on it, I don't think they would quite understand what the audio was like saying to them and stuff, whereas like as an adult you can fully take it all in, you can really appreciate it. And you can just like really interact with it, and it's just really cool. It's kind of like a monorail, and I think that's kind of why I like it, because you get incredible views over CBeebies Land, and you also get incredible views over just towers as well, especially like Tower Street and the lawns as well. You can actually see the towers, like you get really good views, and it's at quite a decent height as well for saying it's a kids ride. Like the height is pretty decent. You can also film on this ride, which I love, because it's not very often that you are allowed to film on rides, so I love filming on this ride and getting that footage and just like having a laugh on it. Like you can just have a laugh and you can joke around, and it's just nice and relaxing as well. Like this ride is a really good one to go on if you've just had food. I think CBeebies Land is a good sort of thing to do just after food, because there are some nice relaxing rides in there. So I think if you've never been to Alton Towers before and you want to do CBeebies Land, have a CBeebies Land sesh after you've had food, because, you know, obviously there isn't any like super thrilling rides in there. There needs to be more rides like that in the UK, like a little monorail with like audio playing and everything, getting great views around the actual like area that it's in, and oh, it's incredible. And the final ride on my list is Diego's Rainforest Rescue at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So this is basically kind of like the teacups, but you're going in the air instead of just being like on the ground, and the views you get are so sick. I love Pleasure Beach, it's my home, it's my favourite place in the entire world. And I'm gonna cry because I miss it so much. But when you go on this, you get incredible views around the whole park, sort of. Like you can see the big one, you can see Avalanche, see Revolution, see all over Nickelodeon Land. You can kind of see up to like Wallace and Gromit, but then because like obviously you've got Ice Blast that is like really tall, you can see Ice Blast as well. So the views you get on this are absolutely incredible, and then you can almost kind of see over Nickelodeon Streak as well, and you can see sort of like over Blackpool, which I think is really cool. I love how on this you have as much control as you want, so you can spin as little or as much as you like, and I like that a lot, because I don't like rides where it's like a spinning ride and you don't have control of how little or how much you spin, and that is one reason why I don't like the waltzes, is because you just have no control whatsoever. Whereas with this, like you can just not spin at all, you can spin so fast, you can just spin a little bit, like it's completely up to you how much you want to spin, and I like that a lot. I like the fact that I have full control over what I'm doing, and yeah, it just makes it more like enjoyable. The theming is incredible. I love the color scheme as well, like it's a nice orange color, so it's like nice and vibrant. And then you have, I'm gonna assume that it is Diego, I've never watched this show, I don't even know what it is, but you have like the little guy who's like stood outside of it and with his little like sign up, and it's just really cute. And then the actual cars are themed, they're kind of like little huts, I think. Honestly, I don't know, they're like little balloons, I guess. And I love how high it goes as well. Again, for saying it's a kids ride, it does go up to a decent height, and I love the fact that you can like spin in the air as well. Like I just think it's so cool. So there we go, those were my top 5 kids rides. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you guys next time for a brand new video. Mwah. Bye. 'Cause ain't nobody like me, ain't nobody like